I just reset my
Oh,
PC. Stream should be back up now. Foundry should be back up now. Hokey dokey. Sweet, and people are reconnecting. Love it.
and I still can't see anything. Lovely.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know what the frig is up with your vision. We'll have to fiddle around with that at some point, post session. Thankfully, we're doing like a lot of role play stuff. So, okay. So now that you're back in there, if you can give me stealth at advantage. It would be on a night that I have a shit ton of technical difficulties that we have like 8 or 9 viewers. Hot damn. All right. Graveheart is light on their feet. They quietly move through with silent puffs of dust tufting up behind each step. I say,
Shadow in the darkness.
yeah, I mean, that's not too hard considering your black feathers. Uh, but they make their way down the hallway, and you all get close enough to see that, like, this person's breathing, but they're not moving at all. They are in an extreme meditative state.
I know anything about this kind of thing being a druid. Druids meditate quite a lot.
Uh, hmm. I'm gonna say everybody has a chance to. Why are you picturing monkey? I don't know. But I'm gonna say that everybody has a chance to kind of recognize what this is, having met people that have a similar ability before. Anybody who isn't catching my drift can feel free to make a history check. I can roll that for you if you'd like on occur.
I'm blind. Would I be able to make this check?
I assume the information is generally being like communicated between the party unless like a situation like stops it.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking because we were sneaking. I don't know how much vocal communication is happening.
Hmm. Well, I I guess I'd leave that to the group then. Like, are you still like
Uh,
whispering amongst yourself what's happening?
I will go, he breathes. Or, well, they breathe, but they don't move in any other way.
All right, I'll roll a history check with that information. See if it sounds like something I know.
And I rolled a 1 for you.
I
Thanks.
give him inspiration. Barbaric inspiration.
No, I'm blind. Sounds like a person. I know people that breathe.
Well, this isn't ringing any bells to anybody, but whatever's going on, I assume that at some point, you all try to kind of get closer, and no matter how close you get, like, nothing seems to disturb whatever sort of trance they're in.
Can anyone cast a bucket of water?
Well, we might. That might have to be our last resort. Who knows what could happen if we dump a bucket of water on this person and we surprise them.
I can cast oven drop. I don't think that's the same.
Let's not hurt him.
Yeah, as you guys are getting close enough to sort of observe this individual, they have scraggly, like, black brown hair that is just extremely unkempt and, like, matted with dust. Almost looks like a bird nest at this point.
Does their beard have mushrooms growing on it?
They don't have any facial hair. But they do look extremely emaciated. They wear these very simple, plain brown robes, and they're sitting, like, cross-legged on this raised platform, and they have their, like, arms on either leg, and their fists are supporting their chin.
Is there something that resembles a circular piece of metal that is long and pipe-like in front of them?
No, they have, like, a staff or a walking stick resting behind them that is also covered in dust.
Because I just pictured Luke Skywalker.
Are they breathing?
Yes, slowly, and that's the only thing they're doing. Since they look so skinny, I will get out a piece of jerky from one of my trail rations and wave it under their nose.
No reaction.
Like smelling salt. That didn't work.
Salamander's might, huh? I'll say at that moment there's a connection between Anakur and his father somehow. Not just with your father, but your sibling. Not Elmira, but the other one. You remember that you've heard about someone doing something similar to this before because Anakur's sister, who isn't his twin, the one that got called away by Salamander, also said that she had been in a meditative state for several years until she was reawoken by Salamander. Thus, Anakur, you're able to theorize that whatever this guy is doing, he might be doing to extend his life or something.
He's put himself into some form of stasis, similar to what Gisela went through. But this doesn't. I don't see any wings, so I don't think he's an angel. But maybe he's trying to keep himself alive. Maybe he was the last surviving mage and did this in hopes that somebody would come and wake him up.
Is there a way that we could speak to him without waking him from his trance?
Are you telekinetic?
I don't have dream walk as a spell, so no.
And I'm not playing a space elf, so I cannot put my mind to his mind. Waiting to be woke up. I'll walk up, grab his shoulders, and shake. Gently, not overpoweringly.
Make a charisma check at disadvantage. Like, persuasion.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to persuade him to wake up. This will be fantastic. Oh,
Not very convincingly.
it's not the worst I could have rolled. It's average.
I have a question. I have a spell called Zone of Truth. Would that do anything?
I don't think that it is useful in the context of the situation.
All right, thank you.
Let me double check.
I'm assuming he's a human.
Hard to tell.
Oh, it says beast, not animal, so that won't work.
Create a magical zone regarding deception and a 50-foot situated point until the end. And a creature that enters the spell area for charisma save and failed save. A creature can't speak. I mean, if you are afraid that he is lying about being in a meditative state, that's the only reason that spell would help you here.
Alrighty. Man, I'm really trying to rack my brain here.
But yeah, he doesn't seem to rouse from Graveheart's shaking. There's just a bunch of dust in the air now.
I'll gently flap my wings to move the dust away from us. I'll cast not quite gust of wind.
I was considering using greater restoration on him. And since it's music, it could also be played as a way to wake him up. And I do have at least one clump of diamond dust worth 100 because I know that when we were back in the ice palace place where we were ransacking one of the places, I'd asked if there was at least enough and you had said yeah. So I don't have one. I'd been saving it.
I mean, you can cast Greater Restoration on him if you'd like, if you think it's going to do something.
Yeah, well, give it a go.
Okay. So as you cast Greater Restoration, where it be? There it is. Do that. And then did you have that in your inventory somewhere, or?
I have it in my Beyond inventory. I'll just delete it from here.
Okay, dokie. So as Onaker sort of like raises a ruckus, playing his instrument, casting the spell, trying to wake this guy, the magic flows into you, and you place a hand on him, and he doesn't wake up, but your Greater Restoration, you watch as like this guy's like deflated limbs sort of like fill back up with life, and he takes a deep breath. But he's no longer emaciated, and he does not look like he's on the verge of death anymore.
Does anybody have smelling salts?
Try some weed.
I got a blanket, a pillow, some food, weed.
Well, we're trying to wake him up, not make him fall
Yeah.
asleep further.
I was about to say we're trying to wake this man up, and that's a recipe for a nap.
Oh, sorry, Felin is still all new to this.
Villain's all nude to this?
New.
I heard a
New-
tongue stumble.
New to what? Waking people up from naps?
New to like the constant realization, like, oh, this stuff makes people sleepy. So if you want someone to wake up, you don't give them that.
Usually we need the opposite, but I don't have any fairy cocaine on me.
Why don't you ask your god? I mean, didn't half of her put him here? Maybe? If it's the same one that made the plants to put him to sleep.
I don't know if I can ask Titan.
Depends on how and what you're trying to do. You still have 4 more days before you can divine intervention again.
Yeah, I figured that was not gonna be possible.
I highly doubt this guy that's been kneeling here for however long is going to be important enough for my legend lore to do anything for me, and I really don't want to risk wasting one of my incense.
Ooh, wait, I have an idea. How about we get like a super stew going? Maybe food will wake him up more.
I can try that. I can make some. We still got that dinosaur meat, I think.
I'll make him a cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some food.
All right. So you all go about making a meal, as you know you regularly do on your adventure. Uh, still nothing seems to stir this guy. Um, I'm gonna cut to the chase on it because I don't want to like annoy everybody. Uh, how long do you guys sit around and like fuck with this guy, trying to like get him to wake up?
I will actually, for the first time since I got it, take my mask off, hold it, and pray to Vindane to see if he can give us any insight onto waking this guy up.
You know, you're not a cleric, but you were summoned by Vindane before, so he does kind of owe you one. I know you have his mask, but go ahead, roll a 1d100.
I will shift into pure Chaos Goblin mode.
No dice. He's busy.
Ah, darn, I had to try.
Bolin, she's gonna like pluck a feather out from her wings, and she's gonna like use the tip end of it to like tickle the guy's nose or anywhere else that she think could be tickle, like tickle behind his ear, like maybe try to like
Okay.
tickle his armpit.
As much as I'd love to tailor to whatever fetish people are watching right now, I want to circle back around to the question that the DM asked a moment ago. How long do you guys sit here and fuck with this guy, hoping to wake him up?
I'm done with that now. I'll just sit and eat until
I
Until I'm
honestly
full.
would have spent an hour on it because I spent
4 days.
diamond dust on it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Probably a couple hours.
Would you guys spend a long enough time fiddling with this guy that it would become nightfall again if, let's say, it was around noon by the time you guys were cooking this stew?
I don't know. That sounds like nearly 8 hours of sitting, and I think I probably would have killed the person if I would have sat here for 8 hours. I don't
think
think that
I think we might have explored the rest of the building first, and then maybe come back.
I'm saying this is because, like, it was around 5 a.m. when you guys got in the building. You guys did the exploring and the, like, attuning bit in the atrium. After that probably, I picture, would have taken like 45 minutes or so. Couple hours, like, and then you guys are like Oniker's thing took an hour. You guys were all trying different things. Graveheart was praying, you know. So I think it would have been about noon at the point that like everybody like had done everything up until this point. So, at this point, any sort of stimulus just seems to do nothing.
All right, well, we do what we could.
Want to check the other half of the building now?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I will wave by as we leave.
I'm lighting my lantern because I'm tired of walking around blind.
Fair.
Glenn will be like the last to leave the room.
I won't lie, two of you set me up to do like the funniest thing I could have ever done, but yeah, so Anakur lights up his lantern, Mika waves goodbye, and yeah, you leave the room. I will say I didn't describe the room too much. Outside of the raised platform, when you guys are in the actual room, the entire exterior is like spell books.
What if it's true love's first kiss?
Uh, you're all welcome to roll the dice.
I kissed Vindane. I ain't doing it this time.
I'm not gonna
You
kiss an unconscious person.
You said the guy was because of the spell. His muscles are back, and he doesn't look like a corpse, right?
Correct.
Valen's gonna take the plunge.
You're kissing him?
Fuck yeah!
Someone
knows,
come
it
out
might
of their
work.
shell.
Okay. I need to. I'm gonna flip a coin. Let's see. Make a persuasion check.
Persuade him with your tongue.
Did you roll a persuasion check?
Okay. Woo!
This is not how I pictured any of this happening. Okay, so here's how I picture this. We're gonna role play it out here. So you're all turning to leave, having spent a long time trying to get this guy to wake up, and you're like in the hallway. Mika's waved goodbye, and she goes, What if it's true love's kiss?" And Vlyn goes, "Fuck it," goes in, leans in, kisses the guy, and he opens an eye.
Oh,
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Who are you people?
I'd like to say I'm not a people. I'm a raccoon. Actually, got a lot of non-peoples.
Well,
We're still people. We're just not humans.
I guess that's true. I don't know.
I was going to say some raccoons have been some of the best people I've known.
Yeah, me too.
We are on a mission from the gods. Well, some of them.
Some of them for, some of them against.
In my experience, that seems to be everybody.
Right, we're trying to save the world from the big bad angry one.
Yeah, speaking of angry gods, are you a part of the group that pissed off Orin back there?
There is a sound like somebody bought one of those boxes of like poppet things and just threw the entire fucking box on the ground at once as this man creaks back into existence, correcting his stance, but still sort of like leaning further forward somehow in like true gamer pose. Yes, I am Rand Corva. I was the head of the Corva clan. We studied deep magics here before a great cataclysm. We used a resource from beyond Skarn, and that upset Arin, and she took revenge upon my clan and cursed us.
I missed all that because my Wi-Fi went down.
Damn. Okay, so you guys are on the way out of the room. You wave goodbye. You say the thing about True Love's first kiss. Valin goes in, leans in, kisses him. Guy opens an eye. Conversation begins. Anakur, I believe it was, asked if he was a part of the people that pissed off Arin, and he said he is the head of the Corva clan, a clan of mages that was studying magics here, and used a resource from beyond Skarn to fuel their magic, and this upset Arin.
Ah,
What did you use?
Yeah, what was it?
Shards of a sentient crystal. A star that fell.
Oh, was it purple?
Yes, it sounds like you're familiar with the substance.
Yeah, wasn't a good idea.
Come on.
Very bad
Yeah,
idea.
now it's super good.
Anakor is silently cursing himself for having used 100 gold worth of diamond dust in order to heal this guy. Oh. So you decided to use some sentient space crystals to power your magic, and Orin decided to curse your clan. But how come the only thing that happened to you was you were a sentient piece of beef jerky up until 5 minutes ago or a few hours ago? You're welcome, by the way. You owe me 100 gold.
Time to pay up.
Apologies,
That
but I was meant to die here. When Arin cursed
Rad-
my clan, she removed our entire ability to cast magic. I took the burden upon myself by pinning myself here. my entire clan was able to continue to practice magic upon the condition that we would no longer touch the crystals.
At least that's good.
Well, your being pinned here has seemed to afforded you nothing but a collection of dust.
Yes. I, as the leader of my clan, viewed it as my burden to bear when the curse was placed upon us.
Now I have a question. Were you guys like some of the first people to mess with that, or did you get it from some people that kind of have like an eye as their insignia?
We were some of the first, but eyes were a symbol of our clan.
I don't think all of your followers listened to the order.
Yeah, I don't think we've been on the same page with those guys for a long time now.
I think they want revenge.
Our clan's sigil was a glowing yellow eye upon a white background. And he, like, raises his bangs, and, like, you can finally see his eyes for the first time, and they're, like, glowing this golden yellow.
And that's cool, and I like that, but, like, could they have maybe turned into a cult faction that worships the purple stuff that got you in trouble? Because,
I
they've been kind of
want to
messing with
use.
us for a minute.
I want to prestidigitate. It was just going to be small enough to like fit in my hand, but I want to prestidigitate like a image of the eyes symbol that we've seen.
The symbol is similar but different.
Well, I mean,
if
you've been here a long time.
Yes, and I can't even imagine how long that was. But if a member of my clan took up the crystals, they would lose their magical ability because they would have broken their pact with the goddess.
What if they bound themselves to a different deity? Like the
maybe.
warlocks do.
I don't think that any deity would be able to break the pact. God pacts are very strong. That being said, if something happened to their corporeal form or something, that might be able to get around it. So, for example, if someone, say, became a lich or
well,
undead in some way, that could potentially be a way around it, but also, give and take. I'm not even 100% sure that accurately would put the curse to an end.
We've been running into a couple of liches.
We've met a couple liches, so
one of them more than
it's
once.
The same guy. We keep saying a couple. It's been the same guy, just in different bodies.
Well, you have seen two liches. There was Lox, and there's the
fish
Schmear.
Splash.
Oh, I was gonna say Lox and Bagel.
Splash Undara and Loxhan. Loxhan tried to ascend to godhood in Zelk, and
they died.
Yeah, he accidentally created a black hole that sucked up the Church of Arin in Zelk, and shattered the firmament there. He was defeated by the party and Vindane.
He was our black hole son.
So yeah, you have seen
Everyone
at least
hearing in
two.
silence.
You have seen at least 2 liches. Not the entire party, but the 2 that have been around the longest.
And we've killed one, and we've been dealing with another that's a part of this group. If that sounds like probably the easiest avenue if that is the case, but again, we can't be 100% sure, but it's been long enough time. Symbols can change their meaning, and it seems like this guy is not just using the crystals himself for magic. It seems like he's further corrupting the world with it.
Yes, when the curse was placed upon my clan, there were many among us who, even then, were beginning to turn away from the use of them in the first place, as we saw the effect that they had on the firmament.
Were any of them becoming more attached to them?
Many of us that utilized them used them for channeling in some way, attaching them to rods and staffs, spell books and the like, to keep them separate from the body. As even from the beginning, we were aware of their corrupting nature.
Hmm.
That being said, there were members amongst our clan who gave into the corrupting natures. In the end, all of the basic biology that makes up an individual is replaced with the crystal. They become living rock.
Not
Not the
good.
good kind.
Like your dumb friend.
You're a bird. That's bold.
I met him.
I was saying it's bold of you to talk about his intelligence when you're a bird.
I can spell my own name. I don't think he could spell his.
A valid point does not make my argument any less valid.
Are you shit talking your own character? What?
Yes. At least he had a good heart.
They left him in charge.
Hopefully he has a crown of intelligence now.
Well,
I do apologize, though. I don't think that I will be able to repay your gold. However, if you do find anything of value left within the academy, feel free to help yourself.
ugh. This place just reeks of knowledge and dust, and honestly, the amount of corpses that are in this place and the amount of ghosts that I've seen, knowing my luck, I'd take something that's haunted, and I don't want to have to deal with that sort of divine karma.
Wizards would like spellbooks, and they don't care about hauntings too much, from my experience. They just bind them or kill them.
suppose, do you know a possible way to destroy the crystals?
I point to Onaker.
We were unable to destroy them at all. We tried to both destroy and create them, and were unable to do either. However, if one uses the crystal tethered to an object, you can use up. It's difficult to describe. We never finished all of our research into it, but essentially the life force of the crystal, and they will crumble to a dust and sort of disintegrate. I've thought on it for a long time, and my theory is that when we cast magic in that way, the energy was returning to the ley lines, and we may have been corrupting the very land just by casting those spells.
Alright, that explains a lot more.
We're dealing with land corruption up in the north.
Alright, it would explain why we ended up in an ocean at one point. Alright, why some of the bios have broken. An attack of the killer flamingos?
Are you going to be able to leave this place now, or are you, like, where are you going to go? Because this place does not seem like the best place to live in.
I don't think I've been living for a long time. But I will have to remain here.
Well, I can't do much about that, but do you want some food? We made some food, so.
I don't think I've eaten in... It's like 1,000-mile wide stare. And he'll hold out a hand to accept whatever you're offering.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him like some dino meat steak with some grape juice on the side.
Yeah, and he like devours.
Can I roll like performance or something? Something, I don't know.
If
See how good it is.
if you want to see how well you cook, you can do survival. And you have access to tools, thanks to Graveheart and everything. And I'm sure that they would assist you. So go ahead and do it at advantage.
Okay, I'm for some reason my foundry froze. Give me a second.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, hey, Rose, I'm
getting there.
What was that, Alpha?
gonna be messaging you a question.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. Oh yeah, survival. I'm hella good at that. 5, but it's a 15 actually.
15's not bad. I mean, like, it's not the best thing you've ever cooked, but like it is, like he's eating it like a beggar eating at a 5-star restaurant. Like he almost chokes at one point, like as he's just shoveling it in there.
Hell yeah.
With what you guys are able to gather from everything that he's said and the implication of statements and everything, this guy's probably not eaten for like at least 100 years.
Well, I'm glad I can bring him some dinosaur.
Definitely.
Exotic. As he finishes everything you've given him and hands back, whatever it was served to him on, he says, I wish I had something to repay you, but I will remember your kindness.
I've been stuffing spell books into my bag.
Yeah, that's no problem. Just don't create problem like this again, and we're even.
I hope that me being here prevents what put me here from happening again.
Surely.
Have something like that too.
If you want to pay us back in any way, there may come a time where I'll send you a message. We may need information about your research that you've done with the crystals, like what you know about it, because we know a bit, but I'm sure that there are people who would like to know far more, and I'm sure that you are a more first-hand information source.
Well, should you need me in the future, then I will do my best to make myself available to you.
Well, as long as you're not too busy to answer to respond to a instantaneous mental message, I'm good.
Anything that doesn't involve me having to leave. Obviously.
Yes, don't worry. That's why I took into consideration. If I can get the information from you in a message, that'll be good enough. And hell, maybe we'll figure out a way to get back here if we really need to.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us.
He nods, and the more I think Anakar and Mika both spot that, like, he blushes slightly when he nods at Valin.
He felt the true love kiss.
Well, thank you again for your help, and I hope that you can. I hope that there's some sort of vegetation around here that you can consume. I could use my or Valin could use orange pan flute to do the plant growth, and if she did the ritual casting version of it, that she could make this place be within like a mile radius, have lush plant blooms.
Ooh, can I do that, Rose?
You can do that. You have the pan flute.
You're gonna make this fucking mummy fall more in love with you, Valin. Stop it.
Hey,
First, this woman wakes me up with a kiss, and now she's casting a spell to make food for me?
Valin said that she wants to play one of her ancestors, like her character's descendants down the line. So,
They need
like,
to be made.
she's got to get jiggy with somebody.
And she's an angel, so it's not really super Are you a human? What species? What species is this person?
Oh my god.
I am an ascended human.
Nice, I get ascended every night before I go to bed.
Impressive.
You want me to roll anything for the pan flute? Because I am going to be casting that spell for food.
What was the spell called?
One moment. It is the plant growth spell. When you click on it, it says that there is a ritual version of the spell that it takes like an hour to cast or something like that. But if you do that for a year, within like it says on there as well, it's like a mile to 3 miles. I'm not exactly sure.
This spell
but it's within like
channels vitality into plants within a specific area. There are 2 possible uses for the spell, granting either immediate or long-term benefit. If you cast this spell using one action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So 5. It's difficult terrain. You can exclude 1 or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. If you cast this spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
I was off by a bit.
You're close. So yeah, if you want to spend 8 hours performing, you could give a half-mile radius area a boost to plant growth and give more yield in food.
I like the sound of the 8-hour one.
Sounds like we'll be camping here tonight.
All right.
How many books have I managed to steal so far? Even though he gave us permission to take anything of value.
I'm gonna make a behind the scenes roll real quick. 1 sec. You've been shoving books in your bag, and everybody starts like accepting that you guys are gonna be here for a while when Valin starts performing, and you guys like know what the deal is. So you like head to another room to check the books, like you've been like hiding that you're stealing, even though you're not stealing. And upon looking at the books, whatever like the pages were made out of, there's like holes chewed through everything. And you like open up a book and like a bunch of moths fly out.
Spell books that have been eaten.
Fuck mine.
Sam.
Yay.
I got a question. Do I happen to find a jewel-encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold?
I knew that was coming.
I don't think that anything like that would be here, sadly.
All right.
As you begin searching around, I assume that like those of you that aren't performing, um, begin to investigate the other room and the rest of the building and everything. The other room is in very similar condition. This room's a lot like more squat, wider, like, and the entire exterior is beds. And all of the beds are separated by like what look like were once very nice screens that are similar to the books, chewed through by like moths and things. There's a heavy layer of dust on everything, but otherwise, the room is in fairly good condition. It's probably the best of the 3 rooms that you've seen. A lot of the wood in the furniture here is soft at this point, just kind of being exposed to everything.
Clean off the beds and there'd be a good place to sleep tonight.
Encore will prestidigitate a number of beds equal to the amount of people that we have in the party, plus one recently mummified dude.
As you begin to settle in on uncrusted beds, the heavier members of the as the heavier members of the party lay back in beds, like I said, the wood is very soft from the time that it's spent just being exposed to the element, and the bed creaks and sags underneath the weight of larger party members. The smaller party members don't really notice, of course. The Meeps and Mikas.
You know, it's not every day that a inanimate object calls you fat, but you know, today's the day. But it's okay.
I mean, I have hollow bones, I'm sure, making me seem quite a bit lighter than the way I look.
But you do have all that muscle.
I am a solid lizard, so I know this. I'm gonna, you know what? To save my dignity, I'm gonna pull the bed off like the wood and just sleep on the mattress on the floor. Just sleep on the cot on the floor. I'm not dealing with the creaky. I don't need the constant reminder.
The mattress hits
Prestidigitation can get you so far.
the mattress hits the floor with a puff of dust.
Oh, hey, Rose. There's something that Valin would like to do after the 8 hours. She wants to share some weed with the man.
Oh my.
I imagine as you settle into performing and everything, he goes back into like his meditative state. After a little bit of yoga, he stretches some shit out for sure, but then like he goes right back to meditating.
Sounds like a packet of bubble wrap popping. That man adjusts himself once in every single bone in his body.
Yeah, if for anybody who's seen The Magicians, I picture it like when the binder comes out of the book and like starts fucking cracking all of his shit.
The binder.
Hey, I'd crack too if I was stuck in a book for that long. But yes, I will say you take your 8 hours to play your music, Valen. It's probably about 9 p.m. by the time that Valen finishes performing. Did anybody have anything that they wanted to do while Valen was performing? Other than just, like, looking around?
I think I might change my spell. I can do that at a long rest, so let me see if
Okay.
I want to.
If you want to do that, go ahead and swap anything out in your D&D Beyond, and I will update Foundry after you guys do your long rest.
Okay.
I want to take a dice roll on finding spell components inside of this wizard college.
What kind of spell components are you looking for?
I know it's not how they.
Let me see real quick. I'm gonna check my spells really quick and see if there's any that require, besides of course, the 100, the diamond dust. Which I'm not gonna look for diamond dust because it's just gonna be dust, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna look for.
I don't. Okay,
I'm
so
not-
I will say spell components potentially could be found here. Anything super expensive like gem encrusted bowls, fucking, that kind of shit. A rod attuned to the material like that kind of shit's not gonna be here. But if it's like, I don't know, a fucking ointment or something simple, like maybe.
I don't think I really have anything else besides my incense, and my incense costs more than the diamond dust that I would be looking for. That's crazy. That's crazy that, that I need 100 gold worth of diamond dust for one spell, and then the other spell that I need the component that costs is the 250 gold worth of an incense bundle.
Yeah, I didn't write the D&D rules.
Yeah.
I will look for anything shiny.
I will just use this as the lore excuse to have Onakor get his basic components, like the iron rod, eggshell, like things like that. Like, this is my lore excuse to refill on that. Because
Okay.
we haven't been to a real town in a while.
Well, I'm sure you can find eggshells here. There's probably wild birds around. Iron rod isn't terribly difficult to find. Onakor or Graveheart searching for something shiny. You find silverware.
Ooh, that can be crafted into jewelry.
Yeah, it's not fancy or anything, but it's like lower end silver.
It can be melted and turned into.
Yeah,
or-
and potentially refined into nicer silver too. So you'd probably have less of it, but
I'm gonna definitely find a vial filled with phosphoric material, so that way I can have my hypnotic pattern.
Okay, I'm all good, bro. On my
Wait,
stuff.
you need phosphorus powder?
Phosphoric. Hypnotic pattern. It's phosphorescent. Sorry.
I'm channeling my Brennan Lee Mulligan right now and eating almonds.
Oh, the tinderbox isn't what I thought it was. I was thinking matches. It is not matches.
That's D&D thing.
Tinder's like fuzz that you light.
Yeah. Flint and steel and some sort of tinder, usually dried cloth soaked in light oil. I was thinking a tinderbox was like some old apothecaric name for matches.
I always picture
Tinder
it.
sticks.
I always picture it like a little, like, sort of like almost like a snuff box, but like it's got like loose cotton material in it.
Yeah, or the
And then once somebody uses that up, they go out and collect up little bits of leaves and sticks and stuff to refill it, you know?
yeah. I have 36 pounds of coconut.
That's a lot of coconut.
It's 12 coconuts.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Dee.
What's Mika up to?
I was looking around for see what kind of spell components I would need, but
I'm done updating my spells, by the way, Ruiz. I don't know if I said that.
Okay. I'll update your character sheet on Foundry when you guys do your long rest.
I will be looking for. Well, we just did the edible plants, so I would like to gather some of those.
Okay. You anything super easy to come by, like a lot of you are able to find these spell components fairly easy. Mika, you're out gathering up these little plants, and there's like a bush at the far edge of like the yard that you're in outside gathering stuff up, and you see, like, peering out from the other side of the bush, you just catch it for like a quick moment, the head of a mouse folk wearing a purple robe with an eye on it.
I kind of, without alerting that I saw the person, I'm going to casually go back and tell everybody what I saw. I don't want them to think that I saw them.
Okay, go ahead and give me stealth at advantage.
$25.
Yeah, you're like very confident that he has no idea that you sought him. You're able to skirt your way back inside pretty quickly, plants still in hand, and meet back up with the party to let them know that you spotted your old neighbor.
I just saw my old neighbor with the one with the eye.
Well, if he's watching us, that means we're someplace that they want to keep an eye on us.
You know, like,
You think there's more secrets to this place?
Well, that's where their order started.
Should we go out and try to see if we can confront him, or
I mean, I'm always down to farm them.
Well, Valin is currently performing and will be for for a while longer. So we'd be down our cleric.
yeah?
Oh, yeah,
So
maybe we
probably
have-
should just, make sure that it's safe where we're at.
Yeah, hunker down and keep safe for the night.
And between then and when Valin finishes, you don't see anything else or hear anything else. But that unsettling pall follows the party for the rest of the night. I assume the group sleeps together in the dormitory room, and I'm going to guess that you guys use your spells to protect yourselves.
Yeah.
And possibly still do a couple of watches?
By all means. What do you want to do for watch order?
I don't think
Well,
I need to long rest, so I could maybe do a shift.
If you skip out on a long rest for more than 24
Oh,
hours,
that's right.
exhaustion, yeah.
Unless you're well, you have to have a long rest, but a long rest varies by species, unless you've got some feat that lets you just never have to do it. For elves, it's 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. Meditation.
I'll do the darkest part.
All right, if watch begins at 8 p.m., then second watch would probably be the darkest, right? Well, depending on shifts. I assume you're doing 4-hour shifts and 3 shifts.
Yeah, that sounds best. Usually middle of the night is when it's brightest because the moon is high in the sky, depending on the moon phase.
All right, well. So do you want to go first then?
I can go first or last because those will be the two that it's darker.
I cannot go because... Wait, I can do 2 hours and then I have to sleep for 6 hours for it to be a long rest, right?
You have to be down for 8, whether it's sleep or not.
Yeah, so we're doing 4
A
hour
12 hour.
Yeah, 12-hour rest, 4-hour shifts, 3 shifts. So no matter what, if you take like second shift, then you rest for 4 hours, watch for 4 hours, rest for 4 hours, and you get your 8 hours.
Okay.
As long as you guys aren't attacked, If you're attacked, then you don't get the benefits of the long rest until you guys sit down and you have your 8 hours. I think the
I'll take
actual
first shift.
I think the actual rules are a little more complicated than that, but I like to keep it simple.
The rules are what we make them.
Whatever all the players agree on, and whatever people like the most. So we have Onikar on first and Graveheart on last. There's 3 more party members. Does one of you want to take the middle shift?
I cannot because of my spells. If I am to swap out my spells, I have to like finish a long rest essentially.
Yeah, you could do your first half of your sleep and then your second half, and after your second half, you'll have met your goal.
Okay, then I can do the middle.
Okay. So, how do you guys want to do your watch? Are you just like having somebody hang out like awake to make sure that the bubble doesn't pop? Or do you
I
actually
mean, that
want...
sounds like
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to leave the bubble myself, but if on the other two watches, you guys would be able to leave and enter the bubble at will. I just can't because if I leave it, the bubble breaks.
So did anybody want to do anything other than just make sure that the bubble doesn't break while everybody's resting?
I mean, I might hide up. If there's somewhere to perch, hide up high and stay hidden outside of it to make sure our friend doesn't come inside.
Okay. Give me stealth at advantage and then perception at advantage. Anybody who's just watching the bubble doesn't need to make any checks.
Holy crap.
I imagine that you can keep eye contact with the bubble. That could have been worse, I guess.
Yeah, it could have, since one of the two dice was a 1. Could have been way worse.
So you try to stealth your way up. You kind of like catch like a ledge as you perch, and like some like decaying wall rubble like falls off and clatters against the ground on accident. A little bit just wrong, you know. And you're like, ah, oh, damn. But you immediately spot Mouse Guy, who spots you. What do you want to do about that?
I will swoop down at him.
Okay. So he's like...
And
he's got like a hedge between you and him. And as you like swoop down, when you get into range where like you could attack him, like, or see him over the like thing, he's like gone. Like he sinks, like he ducks down, like he's hiding behind it, and then just like when you get there, he's gone.
did he leave any tracks, or did he just disappear?
He did not leave any tracks. There's some footprints, like you could see where he was standing and like milling around, but then like there's no tracks coming up to there, and there's no tracks away.
Ah, teleporting little bastard. And I was the last watch of the night, wasn't I?
Yes. So yeah, you go back to your perch, and you keep an eye out, and you're fairly certain that if he showed up again, you'd see him, but everybody's very aware that he has eyes on you now. As you all wake up, so it'd be 8 a.m. as you all come to in the morning. As you all step out into the new day, all of the plants are a little taller, more vibrant, lusher. dew collects on them, and you can tell the effects of Valin's spell are setting in.
I will look at
Onaker,
Mika and
you're
go. Oh, I will look at Mika and go. Ah, your old friend's a disappearing little bitch. And Mika apparently doesn't know how to respond to that one.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that's a member of the Eyes.
Yeah. It's the one
Yeah,
I
they
saw.
were here.
It's the one I
Tried to
saw
catch
last
them.
night
They
too.
disappeared.
It's the one I saw last night.
Yeah, they disappeared. When I tried to catch them, just like poof. Ah.
Onaker, your lessons have actually been a great help. Thank you.
I'm glad you could do some good with them.
If I keep practicing, I think I might even incorporate this instrument into my religion.
Well, it's yours to hold on to.
But it is a new day. Nobody spots the mouse man sneaking around as you set out into the sun, gazing down on you from the northern sky as it comes towards the Isle of Narth. You know, I've said that the sun rises in the north and sets in the south, and I realized as I was drawing a sort of like full world map thing the other day, that wouldn't exactly be accurate. It's probably more like the sun rises in the north and sets in the southwest. Anyway, tangent thought there. My bad. But yes, you all are aware now that the gentleman has gone back into a meditative state. But a member of the Eyes has been skulking around and spotted you all, and you've spotted him. Also, everybody
You think we
hydrate.
should try to look for him?
I don't know if I talked over him, but it sounded like Beep asked if you all wanted to look around for signs of...
Yes.
Oh yes.
I'll go with. I can definitely make a survival check if I can like see kind of tracks or anything like that.
I'm actually not going to make
Whatever,
you guys make a check on this. Because, like, you saw a couple of spots where he was. So you guys start, like, you know, grid searching the exterior of the academy. And you spot several places where he had been watching you throughout the last few days, or the last day that you guys were here. There's many different like bushes and ledges and objects that like you can see his footprints behind where he's milled about. And then like there's no footprints to there or away from there. The thing they all have in common is that at the time where he would have been watching you at whatever location, there's a shadow where his feet were.
Huh.
A shadow where they were?
Mm-hmm.
Like
he
that's
was
not normal.
He was always not in direct sunlight.
I poke the shadow.
Whatever surface the shadow is on is what you feel. There's no living shadows here for once.
This isn't normal.
I do like a survival check or anything to see if I notice anything up. Or does it just seem like it's just normal foliage?
Yeah, like, all of this stuff that he's been hiding behind seems like it's normal stuff. I will say, Meep, there's probably a good chance that you can kind of make the connection on it, that this dude's potentially traveling between shadows. I mean, Graveheart might catch that too, because, like, Graveheart's deity does that.
I can travel between plants, so it's
Yeah.
not that far of a reach.
And
Didn't we?
Also, I'm from the Desert of Demons. I'm pretty sure shadow demons probably do the same sort of crap.
Yeah, and you've all seen Undyne travel between different bodies of water. So it's just one of those, like, traveling abilities.
Okay.
It was a while ago, but didn't we see someone travel through that before, like shadows before?
Yes.
Like at the tree.
Back at the first tree, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I will say that out loud. Like, hey,
Huh.
And this one's
Well, that
just
might be,
leaving part of it behind.
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Ghosts.
Ruh-roh.
I think the next time I see him, I'm gonna have to cast a spell on him.
Oh, maybe some sunlight.
Weren't there 3 sisters that did that? One of them a redhead, one of them a blonde, the other one a brunette.
God, we're
I
not
don't
doing
have
this Hocus
sunlight.
Pocus reference right now.
But I do have sunbeam. And that's not gonna really bathe him in light so much as destroy him in light.
Tomato.
If we were able to talk to your disintegrated monkey, they would be able to tell us whether or not it was like being bathed or not.
Well, unfortunately, somebody disintegrated him, so, you know.
Rest in peace, Bobo.
Did the party have any thoughts on where they might want to go next from here?
I do not.
The next... Oh, wait. Is there enough land for purchase where that weird pyramid thing is?
Examining the island to the southwest, There is enough space for one to like be there. You have to remember that like everything is like much larger than it looks here. Like everything's not exactly to scale, but like if the building you guys were just in was massive, so like there's a good amount of space between that crystal and the edge of the island. But you also would all recognize that it is the same kind of crystal from the mountain near the Crest clan that sort of absorbs light and then gives light off when there isn't light.
What about the island to the south, the pump works? Thank you, Twitch. I needed to be suggesting to upgrade to turbo. The pump works. I think that's what they are.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
that island.
you could go there. There's several little buildings over there.
Or we could maybe go to the tree or the island with the fog cloud.
Hey, Anakur, do you suppose the Ran will be safe here? Because the eye knows we're here now. I'm worried for him.
Well,
As long as none of them make out with him.
She glares at him.
well, he did say he had to stay here. I'm sure that if they wanted to do something to him, they would have done it previously. But I mean, if he feels like he said he needs to stay here, and I'm pretty sure that that's like on like a divine level, not just like he wants to stay here. I think he like cosmically has to stay here. But like I said, I don't think they would really do anything to him. He was like, for all intents and purposes, he's their founder.
So just out of the knowledge that he is their founder, they'll just probably just leave him alone.
Unless they want to take care of anyone that knows how to possibly defeat them.
Well then, I guess either the pyramid or the mystery. Either or is fine with me.
What? This whole thing's a mystery.
I will say there are more islands to the west. I'm gonna actually reveal some more here because you guys are looking around.
Oh!
The trail that was pointed out to you when you were back in the trading hub runs along this long island directly to the north of y'all.
I don't see anything new on the stream.
It looks like it's still catching up. There we go. You should be able to see. There is a sort of like skull-shaped island and a heart-shaped island to the southwest on the other side of the crystal island. The heart-shaped island has a large Undinian crystal in it, supplying a bunch of water that the pump works seems to be pulling up to produce the mist on the other side.
Ah, maybe the Mist Tree and the Mist Island?
I always like going to trees.
The forest on the trail to the north is the forest that Anakura was informed about.
Yeah, the forest. Actually, I would change my thought. Would like to go to that forest that you mentioned.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it had something to do with gravity.
Ah, wasn't it all bungered up?
Something about floating.
I think we're about at that time, sadly. So let's call it there for now. Everybody can sort of discuss between now and next session, if you'd like, in the Discord, what you kind of want to do as the next move, because it sounds like some people are interested in some different things or whatever. So make your arguments or whatever, and worst case scenario, we'll just hold a poll and see what the majority wants to do when you all get back together.
Awesome.
But hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you for the follow. I'm assuming that was Rory. But yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody. Whether you're tuning in live right now or watching on the VODs or on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Fen. Thanks for always tuning in. Everybody have a good one until we see you next time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that
Bye.
jazz. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a good time.
See everyone next time.